What's up, guys? This is the Trans Panda Bear, and we are live with the first episode of a new series of the Trans Panda Podcast. So, I've been waiting weeks to figure out the right topic and what to really talk about, and to be honest, I found the right one. Pokémon. Pokémon has been a card game for, well over 20 years. Started in Japan around 1996. Came to the States around 99, where round one of its hype was, very popular. I got into it. I loved the game. I still do to this very day. I stopped collecting for a while, then started recollecting again. And then, all of a sudden, once the quarantine hit, I tried to find a new influx of cash. And essentially, alright, let me get into buying and selling cards. So that's what I did. That's what I made money-wise, income-wise, was, buying lots, buying packs, selling cards, and this and that. And then sometimes I get, sometimes I get hits, sometimes I get losses. But even still, the losses can easily be turned into profit if you know what you're doing and you find the right buyer who buys bulk. But this is something that I want to get at. The Logan Paul hype. And it's as much as I kind of despise Logan Paul for obvious reasons, when he went live with the supposed card guru, I'm saying this now, that man knows nothing. The man literally knows absolutely nothing. $10, $20, $30,000 for a PSA 10 Bulbasaur, first edition. Honey, it's about up to if I remember correctly, up to $5,000. If not, I think the lowest I've seen one sell for was $2,500-ish. I don't know, I have to go look. But it was maybe $2,500-ish to $3,000 was the lowest that I sold for, and then the highest was about up to $5,000. Even still, but I digress. It's just no. I have a lot of older cards, but they're not. They're in okay condition. If I send them out to get graded, they're going to come back at least a PSA 1, 2, or maybe even a 3. And they're not first editions, but there's some from the base set, which is nice to have. And just because base set's still popular. It's you find anything base set wise that's worth grading, you're going to get it graded. Even if it comes back a PSA 1. And yeah. Worst case scenario is that, okay, the cards that I have from base set that are, slightly damaged, but even still, if I want to get it graded, I'll probably get it graded. I have, maybe... Yeah, I'm sorry, I just woke up, so I'm doing this podcast now. I think I have maybe one Charmander from base set, not a first edition, and I know will fetch a good amount of money to the right buyer. And if it comes back, say a PSA 1 or 2, or maybe even a 3, 9 times out of 10, I'll find a buyer for that, and I'll probably get about $100 for that card. Now, if it was a PSA 10 Charmander that's not first edition, probably net me about a couple $100. But if it was a first edition, it might net me a couple $1,000. You see where I'm getting at? The thing is, with all hype, with anything that becomes super, super popular, is going to start dying down. And you're going to have individuals that are that spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars only for the hype to die, and then now they're sitting on cards that they probably won't be able to get rid of for a while. Now, need I mind you, I've been playing this game since I was legit 10 years old, or just about 10 years old, and I wish I was sitting on the collection that I had. Like, I actually had a Charizard from base set. I actually had, like, a lot of cards from base set foil. Like, I had a Charizard, I had a Ninetales, I had a Magmar. I did have a Dragonite at one point. Like, it's just a lot to, like, deal with. I'm so mad that I don't have them anymore. And I'm so mad that I don't have the things, to protect them. Like, I couldn't afford, like, penny sleeves, hard sleeves, and all that and whatnot. But at the end of the day, now that I'm an adult, I can get all that. I can get penny sleeves. I can get hard sleeves. Hell, in a few days, I'll basically be getting a thing to, check the cards myself. If the centering is right. Because I'm going to send off a lot of cards to get graded to PSA. And at that point, it's going to be worth sending out. Because, again, it's some money to be made. Or even if I send it out to BGS, I probably should send it out to BGS. I don't know, I might send it out to all three, PSA, BGS, and then CGC. But I'm in the hunt because I'm sitting on two Lapras VMAX. And I'm going to send one out to PSA, one out to BGS, and then one out to CGC to see what comes back the fastest. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be CGC or BGS. But at the end of the day, like, it's just going to be a mixture of both. And yeah, like I'm sitting on a lot of cards that could possibly come back a 10, but I won't get my hopes up because I know for a fact that PSA grades harshly, but BGS, from what I hear, they grade the hard. Sorry about that. So they grade the harshest. And to be honest, I honestly am happy. I'm sending a lot of, like, the first lot I'm sending out is a good handful, and like I won't send them directly to like PSA or BGS or CG. I mean CGC I'll probably send directly to, but there's a person that I think I have on Facebook. He's a middleman. Will send all that out for me, and then when it comes back graded, I pay him. So, like, basically he does all the paperwork, and handles the rest, and I just pay him when they come back graded. And obviously he's going to ask, like, hey, do you want to know what the graded cards are? I'm like, nah, I'd rather, be surprised, which I do want to be surprised, because I'm not going to sit here and have high expectations when it comes to, graded cards. Like, if it's a 9, I'm happy it's a 9, because, at one point, or at some day, that specific Pokemon card at the PSA 9 might be worth something to somebody for their collection. Like for example, if I were to send a first edition Charizard mint condition, clean mint condition, out to PSA, not only am I paying to ship it out, I'm paying to receive it, and then the insurance, and then the value of the card, first edition, your estimate of what it'll be worth, and then it'll be worth a lot, because the first edition Charizard Shadowless is quite a lot of money. I think, a PSA 10 is like almost $300,000. But again, I digress. It's different prices of different cards. Now, the last thing I want to get on for this first episode is the scalpers. Now I'm guilty, don't get me wrong. At one point, a few months ago, I went to Target and bought about $600 worth of packs. Was it stupid? Yes. Did I make money on it? God, yes. The only issue with that is that people are buying up the packs left and right and not leaving anything behind for the kids. Like, you gotta realize, there are kids who actually do like collecting Pokemon cards. There are kids who actually enjoy collecting Pokemon cards. And there are kids who are just getting into Pokemon, who actually want to know about this game and why it's so cool and this and that. Now, again, they're kids, guys. Let them have something. Like, for example, if I go to Walmart, I see 5 Evolutions ETBs, I'm going to buy 3. Obviously, I'm going to leave 2 behind. If I see a bunch of blisters and like 3 rows full of packs, I'm taking 2 rows and I'm leaving 1 whole row back. Champion's Path, I'm buying at least 1. I'm not buying like a whole lot. Like one of those $20 boxes, I'm not going to like buy all of it. I'm just going to buy at least 1 because, you know, it'd be nice to have. Maybe even 2. Like, leave some for the kids. That's the whole point. And then, I think I'm going to add one more thing.